Hi guys, welcome to a video showcasing all the logos from the Boston Celtics franchise history. This video will feature the logos from when the Celtics first originated until now. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and write out a comment in the comment section. Now let's go. The Boston Celtics used their very first logo from 1946 to 1949. And this one is basically just a normal green circle with a shamrock in it and Celtics above. And it's a very amateur drawing, but I guess that's what most basketball teams' style logos were back in the day. This one's very simple, just a simple shamrock. This one has orange around it. I don't know, maybe they played with orange as like a secondary color, but definitely the obvious green and white has the shamrock, which looks drawn and kind of amateur. But this is their very first logo. And I believe it was designed by the owner's friend or brother or something. So there you go. The Boston Celtics were formed on June 6, 1946 by Walter A. Brown as a team in the Basketball Association of America. They joined the NBA in 1949 when the National Basketball League was absorbed into the BAA. They only had one playoff appearance during this time. This next logo was used between the 1950 and the 1959 season. And this one is actually a leprechaun, I believe, with a hat saying NBA on it, and he's holding a stick, and he looks like he's sitting or squatting or something. Obviously, he has the green vest for the leprechauns, or the Celtics, I mean, the colors, and then the rest of him is white completely, his pants, his shoes, his whole body, basically. And obviously, you see the classic pipe that all Celtics logos must have, you know. In 1950, the Boston Celtics signed Chuck Cooper, becoming the first NBA franchise to draft a black player. During this time, they had 8 playoff appearances, 3 divisional championships, 6 conference finals appearances, 3 NBA finals appearances, and 2 NBA finals championships. Some of the notable players from this time period included Ed McCauley, Bob Cousy, Bill Sharman, and Bill Russell. Now this next logo is used from 1960 to 1967, and this one is basically the exact same thing as the previous logo. The only major difference that I see is the orange background around the leprechaun, but obviously it's the same one. It still says NBA on his hat, has the green vest, has the pipe and the stick, and he's still squatting or I don't know what this position is. I can't really tell, and I don't know what it really has to do with basketball, but this is what their logo was during this time. That's what it is. The Celtics continued to dominate with 8 playoff appearances, winning the division 6 times, appearing in the conference finals 8 times, appearing in the NBA finals 7 times, and winning all 7 times. The key contributors throughout these years were Bob Cousy, Bill Russell, and as well as John Havlicek a little later. In 1968, they decided to change their logo again, and they used this one until 1975. And this one basically is just a red basketball, as you can see. I mean, basketballs are typically orange or brown, but this one is red for this logo. And it has the leprechaun, which is leaning on a stick, spinning a basketball. This is closely related to what they currently have, but we'll get to that. And obviously it says Boston Celtics around the ball. The Boston on the left, Celtics on the right. And the leprechaun looks really happy, and he's obviously wearing the green, has white, the classic Celtics colors. Makes a lot of sense, and his shoes are really big, I've noticed too. And it's just an interesting body type overall for the leprechaun. With this logo, they still remained a dominant team with 6 playoff appearances, 4 division championships, 6 conference finals appearances, 3 NBA finals appearances, and 3 NBA final victories. John Havlicek and Dave Cowens were big reasons for the success during the time. In 1976, they changed their logo once again to a cleaner, more modern style logo, and they used this one till 1995. And this one basically has the normal Celtics logo, has the green and the white, just plain green and white colors. Obviously has the leprechaun, which is a little bit more up to date, and he has the stick, which is white this time. And his whole body is completely white. He has shamrocks on his hat, his bow tie, and his vest, which is a nice touch. And obviously he's smoking the pipe, and he's spinning a basketball, and it says Boston Celtics with the classic Boston Celtics ring. It's all green, white, makes sense for the colors of the time. Larry Bird obviously played here. And there's the logo. As many of you already know, this franchise has been a very successful one, decade after decade. With 17 playoff appearances, 11 division championships, 9 conference finals appearances, 6 NBA finals appearances, and 4 NBA championships while using this logo for 19 years. The key players included Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, and Kevin McHale. For their current logo, which they use from 1996 until now, this one is basically just an updated version of what they had before. It has the leprechaun, obviously. Now they put skin color to him, a little skin tone. His pants are black now instead, with his shoes black, and his hair black, and his hat slightly black. But the vest obviously has the green shamrocks that would usually have, but they added a little brown tan color in the bow tie, the hat, and the vest. Obviously the stick has some color. The pipe for some reason is still white, and his shirt's white. And it has the classic ring around the Boston Celtics leprechaun, but this time they added more of a black border around it, but the font's still the same, and obviously the leprechaun has to be spinning that basketball, referring to a basketball team. Although not as successful as previous Celtics teams, in the 21 years using this logo, the Celtics have had 12 playoff appearances, won the division 7 times, appearing in the conference finals 4 times, and winning 1 of 2 NBA finals. Many of you know the players that have led the Celtics to recent success, such as Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. Within the last 5 years, they've experienced success with 5'9" point guard Isaiah Thomas, and now this year, Kyrie Irving. Hey guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you're new, and tell me what you think about the logos in the comment section.